Good morning. It is Let It Go and Let It Grow for this May the 7th, 2026. So what are we letting go of today? And this is the Nine of Swords. We had this in the Let It Grow position a couple of days ago. So it's interesting that it's come up twice this week in both positions. So the swords are air signs, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. This is anxiety, thoughts, mental spirals, and perceptions. So letting go today of anxious thoughts and loops and overthinking. So one of the things that you can do to help looping thoughts is come to a place in your own mind as the observer. Two thoughts can't coexist at one time. So what does that actually mean? That means is if you're thinking and looping and thinking and looping, try to separate yourself out for a moment and become the observer and question those thoughts, because two thoughts can't compete at the same time. So when you do that, you're actually breaking that cycle and look at it from an observer point of view, meaning, wow, why am I thinking that? Isn't that interesting? And then break the loop by thinking and answering those questions. Write some questions down. Why am I thinking this way? Why is this continuing to happen? And see if you can't check yourself on it. So let go of fear that grows louder at night. This is about that sleep paralysis part of you. I still, after my father and sister will be gone 9 years, my brother 8 years this year, I still have sometimes a hard time going to bed at night without fear. That's where a lot of my CPTSD came into play, was overthinking and ruminating in bed at night and just spinning stories. So this is asking you to let go of that fear. How do I do it personally? I do some breath work. I go into body blessing. I'll start blessing my body from top to bottom. And usually I don't make it past like the heart center and lungs. I'm asleep. So this is about trying to find ways of reducing and releasing that fear around nighttime. The other thing that happens between 2 and 4 in the morning is you might wake up with that sleep paralysis, that anxiety, that panic, and not know where this is coming from. And this is because the body gets addicted to the hormones of stress. So you have you have cortisol, adrenaline, and norepinephrine that the body actually is addicted to. So when you wake up at 2, 4 in the morning, freaked out, panicked, anxiety ridden, this is your body looking for the C and the A. It's looking for cortisol and it's looking for adrenaline, because you're addicted to these. And the only way your body knows how to create these, if you are maintaining and managing through the day, is through anxiety in the night. It is literally looking for that hormone drop. So know that this is a physiological response. There might be a mental issue that comes in with it, like the fear, the panic, the bad dreams. But know this is actually your body creating it to get that fix. So try to let go of these thoughts that spin louder at night and find some coping mechanisms for yourself. I also sleep with a mask on that has earphones in it. So I have blackout and meditation music playing all night long. Drop the self-criticism and mental exhaustion. Don't be so hard on yourself. Look at releasing and letting go of this negative looping depression patterns that you have with yourself. Things are rough enough without you being hard on yourself as well. So know that you can see yourself and meet yourself at a place of self-compassion and self-love. And stop replaying the worst case scenarios over and over in your head. Things happen. Things wave in and out. You have good days, good moments, bad moments. But for the most part, these don't last. And the things that your brain can come up with to worry about, the worst case scenarios, generally don't happen. That is self-preservation. That is your body trying to protect you, again, from these emotions of fear. Allow your nervous system the permission to rest. So that is in daytime, if you're having a few minutes of these looping thoughts and going over things, take a step back, do a little bit of breath work, find a 5-minute meditation. And another thing that works really, really well to get anxiety out of your system is shaking. I will put a video below this today That is 9 minutes of shaking, which is release from the nervous system, that stagnant energy. It's somatic release. It's also used in Qigong, and it also helps actually move lymph through your system by bouncing. So it is a really good way of dealing with things on many different directions and angles. So for Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, the mind moves fast and deep. The Nine of Swords reminds you that not everything and not every thought deserves your beliefs. So don't buy into your own bullshit. Don't believe every thought that pops into your head, because chances are they aren't true. We lie to ourselves continuously. Do you know a good 60% of your past, when you're reminiscing and telling stories, 60% of what you're telling people is not true. It didn't happen. It's what your brain fills in the blanks and creates new versions of what has happened. So don't believe your own bullshit. And don't believe that, every thought you have deserves to be believed at that moment. So know that. So what are we letting grow today? And that's Temperance. This is Sagittarius energy. It is fire energy. It is balance, healing, alchemy, and integration. So grow balance between the mind, body, and spirit. You can see the wings in the background. And once again, when I see the white in these cards, I know spirit is present. So you have the duality of night and day, the moon and the sun there. And this is asking you to come into a state of balance between mind, body, and spirit. So this is really asking you to work on this and try to give yourself some peace around the mental state. Practice moderation instead of extremes. This is once again a balance point. You tend to be all or nothing thinkers, and doing the all or nothing thinking in cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, is one of the triggers we look for to, dissolve. That all or nothing thinking is putting all of those eggs in one basket. It's putting all your hopes in one place. It is putting all of the disaster thinking in another place. And life has its moments, as I said, but generally try to get to that balance point and know that the good and the bad will balance itself out eventually. Nothing stays in season all of the time, so you're not going to remain there, and learn some skills for yourself to help you get to this balance point. Blend healing slowly and intentionally. Healing is a journey, and we tend to want to be healed and healthy immediately and hammer at that, and that's not the best way of doing things. And the other thing is, as you're healing, you can't be in the constant state of healing, or you're never healed. So take that moment and that time to back off and realize the work that you have done, acknowledge it, see where it lies with you, see how far you've come on your journey, and put that into perspective and balance for yourself. Allow peace to return through patience. You can't force that either. So if you're in this state, that's also a forced state. So know that you can swing it back to balance through practice and find, in this terms of chaos, little pockets of peace. And as you find this pocket of peace, it starts to grow and grow and grow. That just reminded me of a story when I was a child, on, cloudy days when it would start to clear off. My mom would look up and say, "Oh, is there enough blue to make a pair of Dutchman's pants?" And as kids, we were, what does that mean? She says, as it clears out, the blue gets bigger and bigger and bigger. So it's like that storm moving out again. If you see that patch of blue in the sky and it starts opening up more and more and more, it becomes sunny. So know that our emotions are the exact same way, and you can find little pockets of peace. And as you do that, the peace grows more and gets bigger and bigger, and you will call in more peace to your life. Trust the process of your inner alchemy. This is almost like a magician card as well. Know that you have everything that you need on the inside. There's that center point, that center place of peace that we have. You can bring yourself there through breath work. You can bring yourself there through intention and asking for it and quieting your mind for a moment and going into that center point. For me, the center point rests around the heart. It's not quite heart-centered, but it's around there, and you can bring yourself into that place of peace. So for the fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, this is a refined fire energy. Temperance asks you to channel the passion into healing instead of burnout. So use your passion for your purpose today, and that purpose is peace and coming away from the burnout, which this is also a state of burnout. Mental exhaustion is burnout. Release the mental storm, and then you can grow the balance. Healing is not found in force. It's found in gentle integration. So for the air signs, what thoughts are draining your energy right now? What can you release? And I know I say air signs, but this is for anyone. What thoughts are draining your energy right now? What can you release? And then you are coming into the fire signs. Where is the balance trying to enter your life? I see this as the Master Two of Pentacles. That one, she's holding the two balls opposite and trying to bring them back to balance. This is the actual mastery of bringing it back into balance and finding that balance center point for yourself. And I will quickly, my God, I talk a lot. Like, why is this always so long? So I will quickly do a focus card from the Shaman Dream Oracle deck, and this card today is Sky Dancers Surrender. So this is asking you to surrender to that balance point, surrender to that place of peace, surrender that stress. Ask for higher power, spirit guides, ancestors to take that stress, that mental anxiety away and help you come back to that balance point. So you become the Sky Dancer, release that, surrender it, and learn how to walk more often than not in that center line, that peace and that balance point. Have a great day. I will see you tomorrow. Bye.